morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Okay, we love a good celebrity feud. The beef is beefing here with Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel. Where does this feud stand?
So Aaron Rodgers was doing his weekly hit on the Pat McAfee show on ESPN yesterday, and he addressed Jimmy Kimmel kind of coming for him after Aaron had insinuated that Jimmy Kimmel should be nervous about the Jeffrey Epstein list and documents getting released to the public. And the war of words has just kind of gone on back and forth, and we haven't heard from Aaron Rodgers since he made those statements until yesterday. And on the Pat McAfee show, he said, "I wish Jimmy the best. Again, I don't care what he says about me as long as he understands what I actually said, and then I'm not accusing him of being on the list, and hoping that we can all move past this."
That's not what he said.
Right, I'm like, wait, what did he actually say?
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much did insinuate that Jimmy Kimmel should be nervous about being on the list. So I don't really know what Aaron Rodgers is saying here. He also didn't apologize for making those accusations or insinuations at all. He just kind of did the old Aaron Rodgers thing, backpedaled a little bit, and said
sorry.
Took my words out of context. You need to read between the lines a little bit more. But it sounds like, maybe there was some pressure on Aaron legally from his people, from whoever, to actually come out and address this.
Well, yeah, because
interesting
saying that someone's going to be on what could be, a really implicating list if they're not. I mean, why make that up?
Right. Well, and Kimmel's point too, and aside from just not wanting to be associated with that, was according to him, to Jimmy Kimmel, he was afraid for family safety. He said because of what this list is about.
Yeah, and people just are crazy on the internet, getting doxxed and all kinds of stuff. You never know. But
interesting.
Are we worried about the celebrities that did get released yesterday?
I mean.
No. That's a long conversation that I don't know if I'm ready to have.
Right. I don't even know
those celebrities should be worried. I'm not worried about them.
Yeah, but I will say, Jimmy Kimmel had some time in his monologues to dig into Aaron Rodgers, and boy did he. I wouldn't want to go toe to toe with a comedian who can roast you pretty good.
It's true.
He
didn't pull any punches on that monologue.
The best part of the whole statement was when Aaron Rodgers was wrapping up, he still took digs at Jimmy Kimmel saying, as a graduate of Arizona State, I'd expect better from him. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know what that was, but he was still taking shots at him. I don't know if it'll end.
Jimmy Kimmel had
something obviously happened between those two that we don't know about.
I know, right? They've been trading jabs back and forth about educational background and all kinds of stuff. And it just, the whole, this is not the first time that Aaron Rodgers has brought up a topic that he's just asking the questions about.
Right.
Like I'm just
don't look at
me.
I'm
not saying, but I'm just putting it out. It's like I hate when people do that.
Yeah, it's
well, I'm just asking the questions.
But
it's like, well, don't just do that. If you're gonna put an opinion out there or a statement, back it up and stand by your stuff. Anyways, but well,
okay, Whew. Okay, next one. So Selena Gomez and T Swift, they're at the Golden Globes, and there's the shot of them kind of whispering to each other, and then Taylor Swift was like, "Oh my gosh, Selena said what?" And now we may know what they were actually talking about.
Yeah, Selena Gomez felt like she had to come out and publicly say what they were actually talking about because everybody was flying around the rumor mill saying that it was because Selena asked for a picture with Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner told her no way, and there's a whole bunch of mean girl beef that goes behind that. But when she addressed it yesterday on social media, she said, "No, I told Taylor about two of my friends who hooked up. Not that that's anyone's business." So that's all they were talking about. It was still girl gossip. But not long after that, Selena had another post on her Instagram story where she said, "I'm going to take a social media break for a while." But as of 10 minutes ago, her Instagram account was still up and active, so I don't know what's going to happen.
She said that a million times, though, and still is there.
She has said that before.
She said it
You're
before.
right.
She also has, one of the biggest followings on
financially,
online
it would be
ever.
Irresponsible to shut it down.
Right? Like maybe she's not going to log on for a couple days, but you're not getting rid of those millions of followers.
Her team will log on for her.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's very, very human of them to be gossiping about something like that. But
now I want to know the story about the friends that hooked up.
I want to know who hooked up. Who cares?
We're all in on this convo now, bestie. You got to tell us the tea. All right. Thanks, you guys. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Don't forget you can listen to Mike and Heather weekdays on 105.1 The Buzz. Catch Mike in the morning and Heather's on the mic starting at 9 a.m.